Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Untethered 2021. I gave a presentation at Untethered 2020, and truth is, I did not think that I would be giving one at Untethered 2021 because I thought this was going to be over by July, August at the latest. We'd be back with live events, never have to worry about it again. But not only is that not true, but we've also learned that there is a virtual event dynamic that's going to continue well beyond when we're all vaccinated, when we have the herd immunity and we're all safe and sound to go back out and travel again. So that's what I'm going to talk about today in this particular session is the content to delivery options that are different between on-site and remote audiences. So on-site being a live conference and remote audiences being a virtual conference, as it were. So truth is, a lot of people have gotten used to virtual conferences. They've gotten used to working from home. They've found a whole new audience. One of our clients had their highest attendance at the virtual conference, well above what they've ever had at a live conference. And it's because there's a lot of people who just aren't willing to travel or can't travel for myriad reasons. Personal obligations prevent them from traveling, family obligations, health issues, whatever it is, and yet they still need that information. They still want to be part of the event. And this is why I feel virtual conferences, or a component of it, we're talking about hybrid, is actually going to continue on. However, a lot of people want to go back to live events. They feel there's so much pent-up demand. It's amazing. I'm based here in Las Vegas. Our company's here in Las Vegas, and we can't wait to get back to live. All my friends here in the AV industry, in the meeting industry, we just want to get back to work. We want to be around people, and people want to come into Las Vegas. They want to come to these cities. They want to travel to fun places, and sponsors for sure. They want to meet their customers face to face. They want to feel that touch. They want to feel that, just that integration with everybody and feel part of it. So the other thing is, not all speakers are going to be able to attend conferences going forward. They're not going to be able to travel for the same reasons, but they still want to present. They've made their submissions, and better yet, you may still want them to present. So that's something you will need to address going forward, that you will have outside speakers. So they're really divergent paths, right? A virtual event, short days. Time zones are important. Limited show floor experience. And it's really difficult to do workshops, right? The days are generally between 4 and 5 hours max, right? They might stretch over a few more days, but they're actually much lower. Time zones are really important because you might have people attending from Asia, from Europe, from South America, and from the United States. But live events, generally, they're longer duration days. A lot of them start with a breakfast session and end with a dinner session, right? And you, as a meeting planner, you own their calendar, right? They've come to your event. You pretty much tell them when the day starts and when the day ends. And other than when you're in Las Vegas, maybe they sneak off to the casinos or to the bars, you pretty much have their attention during the entire period of time. You can obviously provide show floor experiences, and hands-on workshops really can be a big part of what you do. But they're really divergent, right? They're different. So the simple answer that I hear a lot is, we're going to live, we want hybrid. Why don't we just live stream our content? That's good enough, right? Well, here's the pros. We know how to do this, right? We're really good at live streaming. Over the years, as the internet's gotten better, the software's gotten better, the recording companies and live streaming companies have gotten better, we can do a really good job. Add a camera, a few lights to a room, and you can really present a dynamic presentation. Adding a little Slido or something like that for live QA allows the remote people to integrate with the live audience and all communicate in the same sort of way. And a couple exam CEUs, you're good to go, easy peasy, right? Well, as you all know, internet costs at convention centers and hotels is absolutely crazy. We were looking at a virtual event last year, and we were going to do the streaming from a convention center here. They wanted $30,000. Needless to say, we upgraded our internet here in our office and did it here. That was $30,000 for one room. The days are way too long for your remote audience, and time zones can be a real challenge. Because if you're going till 6 at night, and you're trying to deal with a European audience, midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And most importantly, the attendees, this is feedback we get, they feel like second-class citizens. They don't feel like they're being attended to in the way that the live people are. They feel left out. And that's a real challenge going forward. So how do we do a hybrid event? I think of it a little bit like a Prius, mainly because it's a hybrid. But right, there's basically two different engines. There's an electric engine and there's a gas engine that drives the Prius. That's why it's called a hybrid, right? There's two different engines. They're very different in their mechanical makeup and how they operate and when they operate. And so if you think about it in that way, that's how you need to think about what live versus virtual should look like. So here's a suggestion. I'm going to walk through a scenario and tell you what I think from feedback from numerous of our clients as well as our own internal machinations think that a hybrid event could look like that could be really successful. So first, we need to keep both audiences engaged. We need to keep our newfound audience, this remote audience, feel special. We need to make them feel like they're really part of it, like they've been in virtual, right? It's been their world now that we've gone into, those of us who are live events, people who enjoy watching it there, or it's out of necessity that they have to. But we still need to generate the energy of the on-site crowd. And most importantly, we can't go broke spending all this internet money, right? So here's an approach, right? Always live stream the keynotes and general sessions because they're the latest, greatest. People will watch them. We see huge viewership for those, but as soon as they're over and they go to live streaming other sessions, the attendance drops off. So be aware, live streaming your keynotes, general sessions, that's a great idea. To the next level rooms, add cameras, right? Add a camera so that you're capturing both the video and the slide content, and you're going to redistribute that in the future. Quick turn editing of those sessions, right? We don't want to live stream because we don't want to pay for the internet. We could do one room if you continue to do it through the keynote, if you convert that into a breakout room, but you don't want to keep paying for internet. So quick turn editing, turn the sessions around in a really nice picture-in-picture format with some live switching, and then play back those sessions the next day, but have the speakers come back, simulive, and do the remote from a remote studio that doesn't require additional internet drop. So either from there, or you can upload the edited data to the cloud and have your playback provider play it back from there. That way you're making that portion of it exclusive for your virtual attendees. Right? Record everything else. Mainly slides audio or slides audio and camera, your choice. Normal turnaround time, 5 to 7 days. Play back those sessions on demand so that the content's still there and it's still getting out, but it's not something that has to be live because it's just a different type of session, right? Then go back after all this is done and you've got everything edited and everything compiled and you've had a little time. Go to your ratings, your session ratings, and pick your most popular sessions. 10%, 5 to 10% of the total sessions that you gave. Replay them 2 to 4 weeks. I would recommend closer to 4 weeks because we all get conference amnesia when the event's over and we need to download and get everything done. And reboot and make that event available to all your live and virtual attendees, but sell it to a third audience that might want to look at this, just what's key. Back in the cassette days, and I know I'm dating myself here, but we used to, on the third day of a 4-day conference, go through and look at all the pre-orders and make a special pack called the best of the last 6 sessions, and everybody would come in and we would sell a ton of those because people just wanted to know, there's so much data, I can't get through all of it, there's so much content, just tell me what everyone else wants to watch. And they sell really well. Do it twice in that day, early, so that you get we're on the West Coast, so at 6 a.m., that way you're getting early afternoon in Europe, early morning in the United States, and then in the afternoon so that you can pick up Asia, Australia, South America, etc. Bring back your speakers. One thing, you get to invite them because they were the most popular. How could they not want to be part of a QA discussion? When they were the best of the best for your event, they're going to want to come back, or you're going to want them to come back so that you can have some live QA and discussion at the end of it. And Sell it to some sponsors so that they can introduce the speakers and let them go through and say, hey, you run a commercial at the front end or at the back end, right? The special sponsors that want to go through this very limited amount of sessions that you're going to give out, right? And remember, these need to be your best sessions. So if you had technical issues or whatever recording, don't distribute those. They need to be good quality. They need to look good. They need to have come out good. And you're going to get a great feedback from that. So I've given you a scenario. Hybrid is not hybrid. It's not just live streaming. Think about it differently. Think about the difference between what it takes to do a live event and what you've been doing virtually. And remember, they're different and that your audience members are different. Don't try to put everybody into the same bucket, because I think ultimately you're just going to get disappointed and you're going to lose that newfound virtual audience, which brings additional revenue to you and also meets a whole new audience that one day maybe that'll encourage them to come to the live event. So don't give up just because we did 1 year of virtual. Keep it extending out. Contact information's here. Reach out to me anytime. Happy to answer questions. Happy to work with you on anything that you have. And please get vaccinated, because I want to be live again. I want to go to live events. I want everybody to be safe and healthy. Fortunately, I haven't got it yet, but I've known a number of people have had. It's been really sad for me. I've had a lot of heartache, and I just want everybody to be healthy, happy, and come to Las Vegas. Thanks so much.